Hello? Anybody here? Hi, Brandon. You can hear me, right? So, who is here? I only see one viewer here. First of all, I need to apologize that I'm delayed. So, got some unforeseen incident happened. So that's why I'm delayed for almost 2 hours. I really apologize. I'm so sorry about about this. So we just wait. Shall we wait or shall we begin? Anyone wants to comment? So shall we wait? Hi Ashraf. Hi Ajab. Long time no see. You're my loyal fans. Love you Ajab. Hi Mary. Sorry for the wait. I got the message from Brandon saying that you guys were waiting. So sorry. Maybe when the people hit five viewers, then I will just start. I'm so sorry for the delay. Yeah, or probably I will just start now since you guys are waiting. Then the others when they join, then probably we can do a quick recap. So today we'll be doing is we will be doing a React.js website. Yesterday I went to research a few things and I realized that the things that you can do with this live is probably we can develop a simple React.js powered website. Probably a portfolio portfolio website, so you can showcase your own portfolio. I will be doing this live stream probably every weekend or probably every bi-weekend. So this weekend this live stream we will be doing is we'll do initialization of the React.js. I will go through with you the fundamental of React.js, and then also the walkthrough of the entire project structure, the file structure, and how do we and then what's a functional component and a class component as well. So, and what's the hook, React hook, and the states management as well. And then we will build a simple React portfolio website. So far, my audio is okay, right? Can you guys respond in the comment? Like type the audio is okay or something? Because I cannot hear myself, so that's why I might need you guys to comment on the audio whether is it okay or not. Anyhow, let's just kickstart lah. If I assume that the audio is okay, I try to hear my own voice. Yeah, it's but yeah, but you're gonna get used to it. So if you after this video, if you like my tutorial, you can just probably like my page and like this video as well. Thank you very much. Yep, thanks Achap. Yep, I see now. So today, our objective today is to build a portfolio website using React.js. So let's take a look on which portfolio is nice to build. So this one looks cool, as we can know that the challenge is quite challenging to build this grid, but we can still build it in an easy manner. Let's see which portfolio is good to build. A portfolio website means that it's like it showcase yourself uh, as a your own website lah. So it's like you have your image there, and then you have uh your what you do, and what's your specialties. It's meaning to showcase yourself lah, your own portfolio website. Well, this is damn simple, damn simplicity. I doesn't see any good portfolio website. So let's see. Oh, not this. Few days back, I saw a few interesting one. I forgot to bookmark it. That's my bad. I thought we can do a real-time portfolio website. Anyone got any suggestion? You can leave at the link as well. I'll go and view on it. No, I don't want this. Where is that HTML? Okay, let's look at it. Colleague. Oh, this looks good. Oh, this is even better. It's so easy. But we want some challenge. So yeah, this one looks good. So okay, so let's do this instead. We will do this this design. Let's go and view demo. Oh, awesome. So probably we want the what is this water demo. Cool. So it has a water effect where it has a ripple effect. Later on, we're just gonna Google how to do this at the CSS. But this is cool, where you can see that you will type, I'm a web developer, I'm a photographer. Cool. And we can build this as well. Awesome. Let's kickstart. So this will be our target, our objective. End of today, we will want to build this. Let's go. So first of all, let's kickstart ReactJS. As a developer or as a programmer, my advice is that you no need to remember like the command because you're gonna write tons of the code lines of code. It's impossible to remember all the commands. So you just Google. Google is your best friend. So you just do like ReactJS init. Let's go into it. Then you just want to copy it. So let's head to your open up your terminal or your command prompt. Then you just go to just make a directory that you want to do it. Usually I will do it at the documents. Previously I already have a directory, so it's easy for me. I can just go into a directory and just create a directory named React. So previously I already do, so I just cd into React. So that's my previous one. So I go to web. Because I do React Native and React JS, so that's why it's best for me to segregate the mobile and the web. So let's go to web. Yeah, previously I implemented Corona Tracker project. I will showcase probably in next time. So, but now I want to do is to do a brand new website. So I'll call portfolio. So I'll make a dive. So I will just init it. So Control V, but don't enter first. Change your the my app to your portfolio. So just create portfolio. Just like load if you load it for the first time, it will be definitely slow because it's initializing at the first time, but subsequently it will be quite faster. Hi Samantha, thanks for thanks for watching. But so far, did you guys able to catch up, or my speed is fast or slow? Can you comment below so I can see, because I cannot hear my own voice, or else it will become an echo. So as you can see, the process of initializing is still quite slow. It's probably because related to my internet connection as well. Yes, my area here has a quite bad internet connection. Okay, good pace. Thanks for the response, Chap. Cool. Okay, meanwhile waiting, the code editor that we'll be using is a Visual Studio Code. This is my favorite code editor. So if you haven't downloaded it, you guys can proceed to go and download it. So just go to Google Visual Studio Code and download it. Click and download. It will prompt it up. For others who already have your own code editor, that is fine. You can just maintain with your own code editor like Atom, Sublime Text, or even a Notepad++. It's cool. I like Visual Studio Code because it's slick, easy, and clean. So let's just wait it initialize. Okay, so all the package is installing already. The core package is installing. So now just let's start. Okay, it's already done. So we already have our own project built. So what we want to do now is we want to go to open up Visual Studio Code and then go to File, then go to Open. At here, then you just go to redirect to your React web, then your portfolio, then click Open. Yes, that is here. So this is your entire React.js project folder, your file directories. So why we want to use React.js and what is React.js? So come to the fundamental topic, what is React.js? So for further due diligence, you guys can go and read what is React.js. But basically, React.js is a framework, a JavaScript framework that built on top of JavaScript that help us to build web faster in a reactive manner. So it's components based. It's a SPA, single page add. So that means that we will need to use additional the React router to help us to route to multiple navigations on the different to load different component with a different URL param. So React.js, it's somehow similar to HTML. So if you have a basic of a HTML and you have a basic of JavaScript, so it's fairly easy for you to catch up JXX. So JXX is this is the JXX where it is how to say, it is HTML plus JavaScript. Or it's a JavaScript that renders the HTML. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so let's start. So upon generated or upon initialize your React.js app, you will have node modules, public, source, and others. So basically, this is if you use the create React app, then you will have this lah, basically. So this is the default generated file structures. So let's start from bottom to top lah. So README, you can just ignore it. Package.json. So this file is essential for you to actually look at the packages that you install. So right now, because my project is clean, so the dependencies are just this one, React scripts, and other testing libraries. And you can see the scripts here like start, build, test, and eject. So this one is just like a shorthand to use the npm command. So this basically you no need to look at this that much unless you just want to do a review on what type of packages, what kind of libraries that you have installed, any React libraries you installed. So this is just the log JSON. Usually we won't touch that. So okay, then git ignore is just to if you're doing git, so when you want to push to GitHub or something, here is where you want to ignore all those important files like the hidden files, and you want to ignore the build version and then as well as node modules, because node modules are huge, so it will eat up the space and it's not recommended as well. So that's why they define here to ignore the node modules folder. So go back to source. So at source here, this is essentially where your code will live. So you have app.css, app.js, index.js, index.css. This is the logo. We can just ignore it. Service worker. This is essentially useful if you are generating a React as a PWA, progressive web app, where it is essentially a web app, but it mimics the functionalities of the mobile app. So it looks like a mobile app, but actually it's just a web. Yeah. So this one you can touch it only if you want to do with the PWA. So okay, then index.js. Basically, so whenever your what is it? Okay, I think I need better to put this, then only you can see. So whenever your app is launched, so maybe I can do a visual one, is even better. So I just start. So you go to your terminal, you type npm run start. This is to start your server. Oh, cool. What is this? Package.json. Oh, sorry, I need to cd into the project. So npm run start. So essentially this will start up the development server. Oops. Yes. Then as you can see, this is your component and it's already start up your server. So basically this is your website by default. So let me explain how does it go. So technically, this is index.html where it will be loaded here, index.html. Then after that, it will call this index.js because you see it get the element of the root where it renders. So how does it renders? It renders based on so this is the root file where it will first come into. So as you can see, and then here you can just, this one I will talk later, the strict mode. So it will call this app component, and this app component is actually importing from the app.js, which is here. That's why you see that the first, it will go to here, index.html, the flow. Then second, then it will bounce to index.js. Then third, it will bounce to app.js. That's the data flow. So finally, app.js is rendering the thing. So if you want to see like this, index.js is actually the parent, and the app.js is basically the children. So this is like a higher order component. So index.js is actually the higher order component where it is the highest order of all. So I hope you guys get it. And the CSS file is basically just a CSS file where it applicable to all those components. Actually, it's not necessary to have all these CSS file. You can just actually bundle it into one CSS file, so no problem. But for a clear documentations or clear practices, good practices, you should just segregate your CSS file. So I mean, eventually, when you run npm run build, the package will auto bundle the entire CSS into one. So no matter you define CSS at index.css or app.css, it will still bundle into one CSS. So if you call the class name, so if you define one class at here at index.css, and if you define a class name at the app.js, then it will still applicable to app.js. Okay, wait, give me a break. So hi Izzat, hi Nazri, hi Ash, hi Afwan, hi Azrul, hi Naveen. Size up my font. Okay, no problem. Good questions. How to size up my font? Size up my font. Okay, let me look at the font size. How to size up my font? Is it like this? Okay, this will be damn huge. I think like this is good enough. Uh, okay, it's best that you use if you use a laptop, if you want to walk through with me together, you just use your laptop and then you perform the same processes. But of course, I would know that the process will be taking some time because it depends on your computer's performance as well. I'm using a Mac Mini, so that's why I think my performance is quite okay and quite fast. Okay, thanks Izzat. Thanks Izzat. Thanks for the thanks for the feedback, and thanks Achab for the feedback as well. Cool. So since our code editor is zoomed in, so probably I'll need a full screen. Probably I'll need a bigger monitor then. Okay. So where were we? Okay, so we were talking about the source. Okay, source is basically where your code base live. So now we go to public. So public is basically the public accessible information. Like I said, index.html is where your index is your first page, is your first place that they bounce us to. So they will reach the index.html. That's why you will see this React app. So if I change the title to my own, because we are doing a portfolio site, right? So I just save, and you will see my title change. And then as well as you can see, the favicon is actually by default is ReactJS logo. So which is using this logo 192, which is this one. That's why it is showing this logo, but you can change it later on. We shall change it later on as well. Okay, so then manifest.json. This manifest.json is really essential for PWA only. So if you are building a PWA, by default, React.js, upon you build, it comes with the PWA capabilities. So it's depending whether you want to make more functionality on PWA, which I probably we can schedule in the next stream on how to make a PWA and we can install it. But I will need to explore how to install it. So this is where the short name, the name, where it will. So the how does the PWA works is that you can open the Chrome, then after that you just put the three dots, then you just install into your save as shortcut or something. Then this name will be appear out instead of a custom website URL name or something. The Chrome will take this, and then also when it loaded up, then it will show the display as well, the type, the image. So it's quite cool. We can explore it later on. Okay, so now robot.txt is just the allow the Google crawler to crawl your site. Then node.modules, yes. Node.module is where your libraries are. So whatever libraries that you install using npm, which is using Node, Node package manager, your libraries will be stored under Node modules. This is only essential that if you want to access the library directly and then you just want to change something. But it's not recommended because in future if you do npm install or if you upload your entire project to Git, then after that your team members downloaded from the Git, but they didn't get your node modules and they do npm install, their version of node modules will be different from yours as well. So if you modify here, it's only applicable to your local changes only. It's not applicable for global, which is applicable for your own only. Okay, so let's cut the crap and start doing the code. But of course, we will want to refactor the code to, I believe that they are using functional. Okay, so we will need to refactor because I don't really like functional component here because I'm not a master in using React hooks yet, which I will learn in a while. Then in probably next stream, then we can do dive deep on what is functional component and what is class component. So we want to refactor the app.js into become a class component. So how do we do that? So you can see this is basically a function component where they just define the app function app. Then after that, they just export default the app. So they export the function out, then it will be showcased at here the app. So what you want to do is we want to refactor the code to to class component. So how we want to do it? First, you want to do here. So you add a component. By the way, if my keyboard sound is too loud, have to bear with it lah. Until I buy a louder keyboard. Just joking. So okay. So how we want to do it? We want to scrap it off. We don't want this spinning. We don't want this. We don't want any other thing as well. Hi Norman, nice to meet you. Okay, so let's start. We want to scrap it off, so we just delete. If you save, you will encounter error app is not defined. Confirm. So what you want to do is because since they define like this export default app, so what you want to do is you want to define class app extends component. Okay, so this is class component. And you save. Then you will say there's no render. So what you want to do is every class component is essential that you will need to have a render function to return anything else. So if you don't want to return anything, you just can return now. It will be empty, of course, because there's nothing. So basically, this is how we change from the functional to class component. Yes, it's either React component here or you want to do React.component. It's the same thing. Or you don't want to define your lazy like this, you can just do it like React component. It's the same thing as well. But I just don't like it. I just want to, for the sake of demo purposes, so I just want to show it to you guys. So what you want to do is you want to do constructor, set up a constructor. So anyone have a Java-based programming language still, then your constructor will be very familiar to you. In fact, entire class interface is very, this whole class component is very friendly to you as well. So you want to super, which is you want to get the inherited props. So now that's it. So you can define the state here, or you can define the state at the static state, or you can do anything. But what we want to do now is we want to do something like this. We want to build a site like this. This is our objective of today. So how do we do it? We will want to use several libraries. But first of all, what we want to do is we will want to do hello world. This is the tradition, guys. Any application you start with, you must start with hello world. This is the law in order for this project to be successful. Yes, hello world. Cool. There is a guy asking how do I access my live stream. It's interesting. I guess he didn't like my page, that's why he cannot see. Well, I guess I will answer him later on. So let's continue. So you see, hello world is out, which is it's very interesting as because you see this. So now we will want to install the libraries. Personally, I prefer Bootstrap. So let's go to Bootstrap. So Bootstrap 4. Hi, Eamon. So go to Bootstrap 4. As you can see, you just get started. And then you will see the CSS. What we want is a CSS and a JS. We will need a few libraries, but we just do the essentials one now. So one is a Bootstrap 4. This will be our main primary CSS library and components library. So what we want to do is you go to index.html. Then after that, you just need to import here. So we can just delete it. Then we just add here. For a good documentation, you probably want to state that this is Bootstrap for CSS. Then you want to put like a Bootstrap for JS, where here you have to copy it, then you paste it here. Yeah, I think the screen is too small. Okay, so upon you paste it here, then you can start using Bootstrap's component already because everything is on the CDN. But what we want is we will want the material UI as well. So let's go to materialui.com and click get started. So you will need to install this. So install this one. Yeah, programming jokes. Okay, so you Control C to cancel the server, then you Command V or Control V to install the Material UI. In fact, we will need to install a few. We will want to use their icon most likely. So we want the Roboto font as well. So just copy it and paste it here. So it will be say Roboto fonts, and as well as the font icons. Save it. Okay, it's already installed. So restart back the server. Yep. Now you can see it's much better. As you can see, I think the text, the font style changed already. Font family, sorry. So what we want to do now is we can start using the Bootstrap, but I don't like to build my app upon the app dot like this, the app extend. So what we want to do now is we will want to refactor it to home page. So I just don't like to touch app components. So let's just build define our components folder, and then we build our own first home page. So how to do that? You click here, new folder, under source, new folder. Then what you want to do is we define a folder named components. Then inside components, you define folder which is home. Yep. And inside home here, you want to create a file called home.js and as well as home.css. Cool. So home.js. It's fairly easy to start a new one. If for my usual style, I just Control A, then Control C, and then Control V. Programming is all about copy, paste, edit. sorry, copy, edit, and paste. Wait, copy, paste, and edit. Yeah, correct. Copy, paste, and edit. But of course, you copy with the knowledge that you know what you are doing, but not copy blindly lah. That's the base of programming. Yes. Hi, Jerome. Okay. So for the sake of a demonstration, so what I will do is I will just do import React and component from React. Cool. Now we can start to build our own. So class home page extends component. Export default home page. Here you just put a render. So what you want to do is you want to return probably h4. Let's have h4 home. It's always good. I mean, even though JS is not is quite loosely typed and doesn't enforce the semicolon, but it's a good practice that you put a semicolon behind every statement. So what you want to do now is you go to app.js and you just do an import. So import. So this will be components /home/home. And at here, then you instead of return this, sorry, actually in home page. Yeah, from. Yeah. So then at here, you will just need to return the component home page. If it's a single component that doesn't have a children in between, you can just put this. So it will just be like this. And the component, if whenever you define a component, you must put a capital H. I mean a capital in front. So like for example, home page is home. You cannot put like this. This will never work. So you must capitalize your first letter in order to define a component. Okay. Somebody is asking me questions on pages. Let me go and reply it. Give me a second. Okay. Yes. So okay, I'm back. So you can see if you save it, it should say home. So now the flow is like this. Let me go to Jamboard instead. Jamboard is actually a quite useful tool where you can do. Oh, I need to sign in. Then I just do draw online. Yes. So let me illustrate better. So where is? Oh, I want to change it to a pen. Yeah. So just now what we want. Just now the data flow is index. So at index.js, then it goes to app.js. And then it goes to the home.js. So basically, let me change a different color. How do I change the color? Okay. So basically, wait a second. Okay. Oh wow, what the heck? Okay, basically, index.js is a parent, and app.js is a parent of the home.js. So it is essential for you to understand this because it means that app.js is a higher component of home.js and index.js is the higher component of the app.js. So you can define a property here at here, and then you can pass the property to app.js, and app.js can reuse the property and also can even pass to home.js as well. So this is like a property passing. So let's say if you want to do like home.js. I just want to do a demo, so let's say property, so just title. And this is called what we call property passing, so title. And you can just put like Kenny portfolio. And you go to home.js, then you want to define a constructor, setting the props. Then you just want to console.log props. Then you go back here, you will see the props that been passed by my parent is called title. That's a object named title, and that's the value here. So in order to how you want to use it is you can use it by using this. So this dot props dot title. If you press save, then you will see the props is being used. So in short, the important things that you can use in the class component is props and this dot props and this dot states. So it's essential. These two is the essential one. Okay, so let's start building our UI. Okay. Hi Hazim. To build our UI, I foresee that this will be cool. So that means when it is smaller, then it will go top. But I think this will incur quite a bit of a challenge as it will take the stream quite long. Probably today what we want to do is we want to build the interface like this and the interface like this. We segregate this component. Then after that, we will segregate. We will do this ripple effect as well. It's damn cool, right? The ripple effect. Basically, later I'll teach you guys how to do a shortcut. It's not recommended by all the programming, but it's shortcut that you can actually just see. I mean, if you really want to understand what's the technology that they use behind of the website, then you can use that technique to check and get to it, so you will understand how to do this ripple effect. Yeah. So let's start building. So I foresee is right now we want to do using Bootstrap a container. So what we want to define is a define container. So let's start building it. So div class. Okay. So in ReactJS, you will need to define class as class name instead of class. So if you are a vanilla HTML builder or a vanilla JS builder or web developer, you just use class equals to something. But what you want to do is you need to change from class to class name. Hi one. So how you want to define a class name is because we want to have a container so I want to have a container as well. So this container fluid. So this will be our container. Then after that, what you want to do is you want to render the other thing. So you by default, where is the okay? By default, I foresee that this is probably 4 and 8 columns and 4 columns. Okay, let me walk you through. If you have experience with Bootstrap 4, under their layout, there's a thing called grid, where grid is essentially they have 12 columns. So you can play with those 12 columns. So as you can see, the number of columns is 12. So with the 12 columns, and you can just just leverage on their breakpoints to create a very responsive web pages. So you don't need to build your own custom responsive pages. And in order to do that, we just previously we already installed Bootstrap, so in order to do that, we can just simply use it. So I'll show you in a while. So after we create a container, now we want to define a role. So if class name row slash div. So if you sit, you can't see anything because there's nothing else. I just define the container and the row. Right now, for my own practices, I will use function to separate out instead of every code just chunk in the render. So I will define two functions. So this dot render the sidebar and this dot render the content. Now you will see error because we didn't define the function. So there's two ways to define the function, whether you want to comply with the JavaScript ES6 or you just want to use the tradition function definition. So there's two ways to define. So first is using function render sidebar. Easy. Oh wait, no need function, sorry. You just do like this. Yes, and then you just return, then you just return the component, or you just return now. Either you want to do that, or personally my favorite is that I used to do the second method, which is complied with the JavaScript ES6 which is do like this. So render sidebar equals to, then this is the parenthesis, then fat arrow like this, then you return. Now both achieve the same thing as well, so no need to argue that, or you want to use this or you want to use that. As long as it achieves, then it works. Okay, now it works. Now what we want to do is we want to define the sidebar and the column for sidebar and the column for the content. So how to do this is you want to return, oops, and you want to return another div, and this will put a class name, and you want to column. So when it is large, so if you try to see this, when it is large, or probably when it is medium and the sidebar still stay, but when it go until a bit small breakpoints or even the extra small, then it will go top. So how to achieve this is it's easy. You just want to do like this. So column LG4 means that when the breakpoint is large screen, then you just want to use 4 columns, and column medium you want to use 4 columns as well. But when it comes to small columns, you want to use 12. 12 means that it's the entire columns, because we are using a bootstrap container. And column extra small, which is 12. Same goes to, then you copy it, then you better copy everything, and then you paste it. So here, now because here is using 4 and total have 12 columns, so 12 minus 4 is 8. So what you want to use is you want to use 8 and 8, and the rest is 12, because just follow their way. This is 12. Cool. Okay, so now we have this in place, then we can start defining the left sidebar. So let's start to build the left sidebar. The left sidebar will have the logo. I assume it's a logo. Should we steal out the logo as well? Yeah, let's just steal the logo. Oh crap, I just opened another one. Just go to inspect. Guys, not steal. I rephrase. I mean, we reuse the logo. Yeah, don't get me in trouble. Yeah, then now you save it. Cool. Okay, now what we want to do is it's the same thing that we want to define another container. So because I see there's a padding here, so by default using bootstrap container already have a padding because you're not using a fluid one, so you just do like this container. Hi Newan, hi Jeju, welcome to the stream. If you, oh, by the way guys, if you like my stream, remember to like and share it. Thank you very much. It's really appreciated. I mean that I'm doing this for free as well, so if anyone is really keen to learn, and if you face any difficulties, feel free to DM me or PM me on the page. I'll do my best to respond to you ASAP. So what we want to do is container. Okay, cool. Now container already have, so we have container. What we want to do is then we want to put the image. So how we want to do the image is we will want to define an assets here. Under assets, probably you want to put image. Yeah, name the folder image. Then head to here, go back to the document, React Web Portfolio, source, assets, image, and put the logo. So this will be our logo. I just put let's see the relative part works or not. So if I go out one level, go on another level, then I go into assets, then I go into image, image, then logo.png. Cause give them the style. The style is just temporary. Okay, so the style also, when you do the styling in React.js X, the styling you must define like this instead of, because in conventional, just for example, if conventional HTML styling you can just do like this, then you just define like the font size or just 12 px, then blah 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 blah. But no, in React.js, there's several ways to do that. But the most direct way is this is called inline styling, which is you want to style it like the width. So the width you have to comply with their syntaxes. So let's say your width is 100, then height is 100 as well. Then if you save it, of course you have error because you need to close the tag. Then go and see where's mine. Oh, image is unrecognized in this browser. Oh, sorry. Of course, I get confused with the React Native as well. Okay, the image is not loading. The component is works already, but the image is not loading. So let's debug why the image is not loading. Or probably I should put the asset into a public, right? Yep. Let me see the index.js and index.css. Get public. Yep, correct. Okay, guys. So the angle of my stream in this is not, it's not only like tutoring, but also I'll be going from the angle of the perspective of a software engineer. So when I'm developing the web app or I'm developing the mobile app, I will it's not like 100% I know everything, but of course with the experience I can say I know everything. Not say everything, but most of the things as well. So everything is about try and error, and you have to understand the things like why is it not working and etc. Home up one level. Oh, here is a string, and why is the logo is not showing out? Maybe my relative path is not working. I will need to go to, or probably I can import as an image also, no problem. You could import like this, import logo from assets image. Let's see whether this works or not. In my opinion, it should works. Yeah. Okay, so the relative part doesn't work, but you can import it as the import object. Then after that, then you can just call it at the relative path here. So you can import it and then you use it here. Cool. maybe you want to distinguish the sidebar to distinguish between the sidebar and the thing. Probably I will need the line. Yes, correct. What I want to do is here. Okay. So since now it works already, so what I want to do is I will want to go back to my code here and under home.css. So I'll import home.css. So import home.css. This is directly importing the CSS, so I can use it later by defining a class name. So it'll be logo image. So that here I just define a class name logo image and width. Okay, so just now if you define an inline style, you have to follow ReactJS JXX format. But if you define it here, because you are defining it as a CSS, so you can just follow a CSS format. So there'll be 120 px, and the height will be 120 px, so it's be a square. Yeah, cool. Now I want to do is let me see. So okay, as you can see, my entire container is just like this. I want to be like one full page. So how I want to achieve that? I could achieve that by defining a here. So I'll create a class name, and this will be the container. No, it will be container. Then go back to your home. Define a container, and that's a way to do that. If you want to define it as a flex box, also can. Then after you can use flex is to 1. Then it will be entirely 1. Or you could just put the height. Then it'll be 100 vertical height. So if you save it, then if you inspect again, it should be 100 vertical height. Yes, cool. So now your app is 100 vertical height. So go back to here. Then I will want to do. Hi Takin. Hi Kok Sing. Hi Brian. Welcome to my stream. If you like my stream, just like and share. Thanks. Thanks guys. Your share will be beneficial for others who really want to learn ReactJS. Right now I just do ReactJS and React Native. In future I will of course release Flutter as well. Flutter for mobile app and other like PHP. Whatever I know I will try to teach. Okay, where were we? Okay, we are here. So we have an app container already. Now we want our the entire container to be 100% as well. So how do you want to do that is that you can make the row to be 100% as well. So row is 100%. So class name. The naming wise you can follow me or you can just define your own naming wise. It's just this is just your own preferences. So now I define the height is 100% to follow the parent because my parent is container. So when I define 100%, it's definitely following the thing. But now this is still not 100%. Maybe we can do it later on. Because it can grow over. What I want to do is I want to do the border. So here already got. Oh wait, I already have two class name. Lol, sorry, my bad. Why nobody tell me that? Yep. And then at here, what we want to do is we will want to do like the border. So probably, do we need a border? But we need the image, right? Yes, we definitely need the image as well. Okay, so let's steal the image. Let's not steal the image, not steal the image, just to get the image. Yeah, I rephrase. Whatever our image is being Cancelled. Why is it cancelled? Yeah, so as a web developer, it is an essential tool. I mean, Chrome's a developer tool is an essential tool for you to understand the style applied to the certain the specific page. Oh my god, this is damn annoying, right? I can't even see the person's face. Oh my god. So duplicate. Then after that, one index level out. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, is it like this? Image the slider. One index level out. Wait, or is it this one? Yeah, sorry. Yep, okay, got it. So you save the image. So just OBG. This is just for educational purposes. I'm not teaching you guys to steal anything. Hi Justin. Hi YC. Oh, my stream reached 23. Nice. Interesting. I hope you guys get beneficial from this stream. So now I got a image. Now let's just throw into it. Okay, now let's define the BG image. So at here, we want to put like a BG, hero BG, hero BG. Then here, just put hero BG. Let's see what is their settings. Their settings would be background repeat, no repeat, cover, and position center. Awesome. Let's see whether I can copy or not. I'm lazy. Oh, can. Cool. Then the background image. Of course, not here lah. So you will need to, this one relative path should work lah. So go out one, then go out twice, then go in assets, then go in image, then go to BG. Save. Awesome. Awesome. It works like charm. Okay, guys. So this one is the one that you need to change it later on. The height, because the height, then you need to define the height. Right now, I don't know why it become like so big like that. It's damn big, right? Probably it's because I'm using a full height, then it's taking 50-50. So later on, we can fix it. As you can see, the foundation is already laying. So what we want to do now is we will want to set up this left bar. And this left bar, I realize is a bit huge as compared to this one. So probably is probably 3 instead of 4. So 3, and this will probably become a 9. So 9 plus 3 is 12. Yep. Is it? Yeah, looks like it. You can't really compare it, right? Because if you like this, or they have a certain height, but it's okay. We just want to build the foundation on the bootstrap. Cool. So now we want to do this. We already have container. Why the container padding is not working? Oh, because it's only left and right. Okay, cool. Now what you want to do is you want to have a margin, logo, margin, top. And you just do here, logo, margin, top. Should I do margin or padding? Margin, I will want it to be centered as well. So I want it to be centered and logo image. Okay. Margin 0 to, let's see whether it's centered. No, it doesn't. Should be under here. Oh, it doesn't center as well. We could use a text align to center it as well. Center at the, but does it center? It doesn't center as well. Probably I'll just do a padding left and right. So padding top, left and top, sorry. Yeah, so probably put padding instead. Change it to padding. High fives. So in the padding, you will want to put padding top 20 pixel and padding left 20 pixel. Okay, let's see side by side. Oh, still further away. It's probably 30 and 40. Let's say do 40 and 30. And I find that the logo is a bit stretched. It's probably because of I put 120, so I put 400. Okay, looks a bit weird. Okay, never mind. Let me see the image. They are using 2020. Max height is 2020. I mean 200, sorry. Yeah, but why they are limiting like that? Because they just define the max width and vertical line. The line is middle. Okay, can. So just we follow max width. Oh god. And max height. Yep, it looks the same now. And let's see their how much is their padding. Their padding is actually 60. Wow. So be 60 and 60. Wow. Getting to be look like that. Okay. Now we want to do is we want to do this menu page. So to do this menu page, we will want to do like we want to do like let's see whether they have a container. They have a URL, so it's a list and it's a menu scrollable. That means they're defining a component that can be scrollable at here. Yes. Okay. But for the sake of the responsiveness, we will use Bootstrap, but later on only we will fix on this. Let's just define the menu first. So now we have the logo. Then we will want to have a space in between. So to perform that, it's either you want to, because they what they do is they have the container of the UL ready, and the container will be padding the container. Yeah, the container they put a height, so a height, and then they put it centered. They centered it, but we don't want to do that. We just want to do like a normal adding below. So just define the should we use list or should we just define a div? Probably we can define a div. Div is good. Everything is about trying out lah. So if you feel this one is not working, then we can try others as well. So home about services, portfolio, news and contact. Cool. Yep, it looks good. And we just need to do an empty spacing. So what we want to do is we will just want to put create a div. Then we just want to put a class name. Then you can define empty space sidebar. And here you just put empty space sidebar. Then you probably want to put like a 60 px. height go to 60 px. Cool. Oh, 60 is only so short. To see until like this, right? What we want to do is probably we put a dynamic height much better. So we just put like probably 30%. Or the percentage doesn't work because the parent also just so small. Yeah, correct. The percentage doesn't work. Let's not take into the dynamic the responsive to be in consideration. What we want is probably 100, 200, 250. Let's just put 280. Oh, it's way too low. Yep, it's probably 250. My guesstimation is correct. Yeah, awesome. But I will want a bit higher bit, so around 200 like that. And it looks good. Now what we want is we want to define the underline as well. So how do we define the underline? Let's check our padding first. So our padding is like this. And we will want to define the underline. Okay, can. So we can close the tabs. Okay, to define that, we just put there's two ways to do it. Either you want to put a bottom here, or you can just define a HR like that. Then you can see it's already built for you. So just go like that. HR for all. Then there you go. But it's a little bit skewed to here, right? So what we want is, I guess we want the padding to be container padding, logo padding top. We will want the padding of the right hand side as well. It's not that nice. Probably put 60 as well. Yep, it looks good. But as you can see, the line is thicker here. We can define a CSS also for the HR. So class name, and we just put the class name, so it will be line separator, sidebar separator. Copied it and applied to all horizontal line. And what we want to do is the sidebar separator. Hi Charlie. Hi, or Brandon is my moderator, so if you guys got anything, Brandon will help me to answer the questions as well. Anything you can ask him as well. So the separator here, what you want to define is you want to define the let me see, I think it's they do it by height. Oh, it's a border top. Yep, they're using border top. So what you want to do is you want to override it. So you want to border top. Instead of 2px, you want 1px, you want 2px. So as you can see, the line is thicker, just like this one. Awesome, looks good. And I see that I think they bold it. They have a strong font weight. So let's see, do they have a strong font weight? Because it's quite sharp. Let me define the font weight as well. So font weight for this P, so it will be P class name sidebar text. Okay, then just paste, and paste. Then after that, just define sidebar text. Then just put font weight to be probably 700. Oh, cool. That's good. Oh no, it's a bit thick. So probably 500. Yep, more like it. So actually font weight is ranging 100 to 900, or they accept called bold. Yeah, no need bold, just bold like that. Yeah. So 900 is the thickest and 100 is the slimmest. So for the sake of demonstration, I can just put, so 100, you'll see like this, it's so thin. But then if you put like a 500, looks good. And then you will see that when it hovered, uh, the color change, the color change. So we want to mimic the behavior as well. So how we want to mimic the behavior is to just go to here and go to click here. Under here, you see this toggle element state hover. So when it's hover, you can see it's here, the color change. So what we can do is because we define this text color as well. I think eventually we need to do P, but do A, but no need. We no need to do. We no need to use the anchor tag as well because we are using ReactJS. So in ReactJS, we can just define on click actions. Then it will just scroll to that specific section. So let's start doing it. Let's start the hover. So like this. So when it hover, add a hover event. So when it hover, the color you want to change like this. So just put color. Hey, it works, but it's weird because they have a cursor pointer here, and you can see the line got different color, darker color. So how to do that is that you just want to unhover, then cursor, change it to pointer, and then also okay. Yes, but this one is not. Probably this one will need to be linked as well to the div. Instead of I using the hx, I will need to use it as a I will need to use it as a div component instead. So it'll be margin bottom. Not margin bottom, it'll be border bottom. So I copy this. We need to make the modification. Copy the entire class name, paste, remove the HR. And paste it at all the divs. It's probably until here. Wait. I shouldn't do like this because margin top, right? So the first one not necessarily needed, but the last one is needed. So you can see it's like this. What I need to is a margin bottom as well. So separate the margin. Oh wait, it's not a sidebar separator. It's actually sidebar separator, correct. It's a sidebar separated. I will need the top, it's on margin top. Margin top 20 dx. Yeah. And then in between here and here the text I need to have a margin also. So in order to do that, I will need to use in the separator text, sidebar text, and then just put margin top 20 dx. Cool, but now everything become like very big. So we just want a 10 px, and here put a 10 px. Awesome. Is it the same? Oh, this seems like this is bigger, right? Any chance that we can make it smaller? I mean bigger. Never mind lah. I think it's okay. Okay, so on hover, so because now we define that this div is under here, so instead that we change at here, what I want to do is we want to remove this and we want to add here. Then we create sidebar separator power, and we define like this. Oh wait, doesn't work. What? Why the sidebar separator doesn't work? Oh, because the on top doesn't have sidebar separator. Okay, then you will need to define. You need to define a special one as well. At here, the on top, the first one, you want to put a class name. If I'm not wrong, CSS there's a condition where if it's the first child, then you no need. But because we are not in the, we will need to be wrapped in the parent, then we can use the first child. So this is the case. Then I just specially define one. So hover rate, hover rate. Okay, so cursor, hover rate, hover. Yep, it works. Okay, now because there's a cursor separator when you hover, so the border top you will want to be a darker color. So to have a darker color, you will want to put probably 5. Yep, yep. But it's weird, right? Because when I hover this is meant for the below. So I think our border top doesn't work. We need to change our strategy to border bottom. And this will change to border bottom. Then things will go weird. Then at here, you need to change it to hover rate instead. And here you swap it with here, sidebar separator. Then it looks okay already. Awesome. By the way, guys, so far are you guys coping well, or you guys is it my speed too fast, or is it my speed too slow? Can you guys follow? If you guys can follow, can you just comment? I see there's no comment. So I assume everyone is okay. So I'll just continue building the site. So you see this function is so damn cool, right? I am a web developer. So how to do that? Let's just in animation text. I am a. Oh, this is definitely using a JavaScript. But to do all the animations, we need to see what kind of animations they are using. Text typing animation. Okay, I got a response from Norman. Awesome. Thanks for being back. Okay, so now we will want this to be our favicon also because this is quite ugly, right? So we just change the favicon at index.html here. You copy, then you paste it back here. Paste. Then this fabric and index here, you want to change the favicon to logo.png. Yep, looks good. So now you see that your favicon is changed. Nice. Okay, so we already done this. Below this one we can just use a font awesome. So let's head to font awesome. Then we will want to use their CDN. So I think I already have an account, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it's I forgot the password. I think yeah, correct. So then I can download the kit, Font Awesome Kit, manage kit. And I will want the CDN. Where's the CDN? Oh, here. Yeah, this is the CDN. You just copy it, then you just paste it here. Then define here at index. Okay, so now we can start using Font Awesome icon. As you can see here, you have a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Behance. So let's go to Font Awesome and search for it. So now let's search for Facebook. See this one? Yeah, Facebook. Cool. So I just use this one and copy, and I can just paste it at here. Below here is best that we define we define a, yeah, I think it's best to separate out. So we define this one is called class name sidebar content, then just refactor it to so to increase the readability. Then here I just put div, then I just put here, then I just put here the icons and class footer icons. Yep. So far I still didn't apply any styling yet. Oh wait, I have an error. What's the error? Define class name, class name. Oh, here, sorry, class name, and also here class name. Yep, so what I want to do is I will want this to be positioned way below, so another spacing here. So luckily we created a spacing CSS, so we can just use this and then just apply it here. Oh crap, it's way too big. Okay, so in this case, let's build a custom component that can be used to do spacing. So in this case, what you want to do is you want to add component level, create one called shed. Inside shed, you just add a spacing.js. So in here, you can just simply define import React component from React, then class spacing component extends component. I think we just use pure component will be enough. This will improve the performance. So export default spacing component. Then from here, what you want to do is you just want to render, and you will want to have a constructor as well. So props and super props. So at here, what you want to do is you will just want to return div with a special styling, and the style is basically the height. So height is equals to this dot props dot height. What I want to do is that we will accept a custom props which is named as height, and then we can get a dynamic height instead of we get a static height. So at here we can just import. So import spacing component from shed and spacing. And at here, instead of this, you could just change it to become spacing component and pass in the props, which is the height, how many you want. By default, I think just now is 200. Yeah, it's 200. So you just pass in 200. It still works the same. And I think the best is that we put a default. So we check if if it's null, wait, no, we shouldn't check like this. So we do like how we want to do it. So or probably you can use a state also, no problem. So you can manipulate. So this dot state equals to height, and then you can check. So if this dot props dot height, then you define a variable here. So let height equals to 10. This is the basic lah. So if props equals to height, then this will be the height equals to this dot props dot height. Then height will be height. Okay, so how to say okay. In the new ES6 JavaScript, you can just define like this. Define height is basically the same as like this. So this is just a sort of like a shorthand where you can no need to define separately. So you can just put height where it will take in the height as well from here. So now then you just at the render here, you just put let height, meaning that you want to get the height from the object of the state. So this was state. Then you just put the height. Okay, it's the same. Hi Brian. So now what we want to do is we have a spacing component. We will want to replace it with this as well. So then I just want to put 100. Awesome. It looks good. 310. Yep. Then now what we want is that we want a list that is going vertical, horizontal. So let's see how they do it. The spacing, blah 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 blah. Bottom, so position absolute left. So they are using absolute positioning. Okay, so instead of you do like you use list, probably we can use a flex box also, no problem. So let's do it. So in this we have a footer icon, so we define it as a flex box. So we can just close the shared component. So now our spacing.js is a shared component where we can reuse it in other component as well. So let's say in future you have like a login, you have like a registration, you have like a newsletter, any modules you have in here, you can just reuse the component from the shared or can reuse anything. So in ReactJS, it is essential that you need to create a reuse component so you could reuse it at any time and no need to keep on defining the same component. This will save up your this will allow scalability and enhance the performance as well. So footer icons, let's go to home.css. So footer icons, want to display as a flex box. Let's just define plenty of the icons. What's the Twitter icon? Twitter, FAB, FA Twitter, FAB, FA Twitter, then LinkedIn. So got what? LinkedIn, Instagram, and Behance. Instagram. Save and Behance. Behance or Behance? I don't know how to pronounce it. Behance, I think it's for designer. Yeah. So now you see it's the same. Flexbox means that the flex direction is actually in a row, but it doesn't look good. So how you want to do it, you want to have a spacing in between, right? So you could define a spacing, define the spacing flex box. So flex direction is row, then align items center, justify content center. Does it justify content? No, it doesn't. I think because it's need a flex as well. So class name, I think maybe define a div. Social icon. Let's just do an experiment on this. So does it still stick? Oh yeah, it doesn't stick. But let's define social icon, then flex direction is row. Oh, the other is not right. Yeah, correct. So let's just test on this, see whether does it become a row. Oh, it doesn't become a row, or because the display is flex box. Sorry. Weird. Why it's not being okay? Because further than okay. Flex is one, and I will do. Yep. I think what I need to do is I will need to inject this to social icon into the icons. And then just put a padding, probably 10px. See, does it works? Yep, it works, but it broke because it wrapped it. So what we want to do is we don't want it wrapped. So flex wrap, no wrap. This doesn't work. Flex wrap. What's the condition of flex wrap? Oh, flex wrap is only for the flex. What if I don't want a? Oh yeah, this is good. So I will want the tutorial. I will want this justify content center. Oh, display flex instead of flex box. Okay, cool. Yep, it works. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, it works. Awesome. Then we will need a flex strap, and I align center to center as well. And it looks good. Now, surprisingly, my sidebar is smaller. It's weird, but this is about the you can enhance it later on also, no problem. So now we have done this, and what we want to apply the same. So social icons. So when you hover, you want the cursor to be pointed, and as well as you will want the color to change it to red color. You save it. Yep. No, sorry, this is yes. Yep, it works. It works fine. It works perfectly fine. Okay. Now we already done the sidebar, and now what we want to do is we want to do the main content here. By the way, again, guys, I think we just set the target to be this session to be end at 6 p.m. because I guess it's quite fatigue and tiring to see the stream for multiple hours for programming. Is I think it's quite boring lah. If you don't have passion, you definitely burn out. Yes, this is the number one rule in programming, that you must have passion in programming. If you have no passion, you will, if you see my video in just like probably 5 minutes, then you would, or not even 5 minutes, you will just bounce off. Just saying. So okay, so now you want to do like this. So because we define the flags is like this. So instead, so now what we want to do is we want to work on this ripple effect. I will ignore this first. So the 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 next stream, either next week or tomorrow, I'm still not sure yet, but it will be implementing the rest of the component. But right now, let's just do this main component first. So let's just go to check this hero content. Hero content, basically he position absolutely, and then he top 50 and left 50, and then he transform to here. Awesome. Later we just follow. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the same as well. We will want the image. In fact, maybe next week then I can use my own image as well. Oh, any new tab? Nice, handsome guy. I'm as handsome as this. Just kidding. Okay, so the render content here. So the content is the entire BG. So I would just put it build the frame. So to build the frame, I would need to border radius it and position center it. Okay, cool. Let's do it. So avatar. Let's build the avatar. So put the define a div. And then you put a class name. Just follow their naming. We just put hero container. Okay. Then in the hero container, what they will do is that this image will be text align center. Yeah, correct. They even set this also, they set it as a background image. You know, it's not a background image, but the overall weird. Oh, because this is another image. Is it? Open a new tab. How do I open a new tab? This is black color. What they want to achieve with this black color though? Okay, never mind. We ignore that. We just want to build this avatar. So put the image source. So the image, we want to input the image. So human. So at here you will want to import. So import avatar from human. Is it PNG? Assets human JPG. Source then become human. No, avatar, sorry. Avatar. Let's save it. Oh god. Now you want to define the avatar. So how do you want to define the avatar? You just put a class name and put avatar image. And at here you want to define an extra layer. So div class name avatar container. Just div. Then head to home.css avatar image. And then also got avatar container. Avatar image. Cool. Now we will want the width to be, let's see how they define the width. 200. Okay. Yeah, just probably put 200 width. 100. I put 100 first and see. 100 and height is 100. It's a little bit small. It's probably 200. So 200 and 200. Yep, more like it. Then we want the position absolute to the center. So how we want to do that is we would need to change the entire, where's my container? My container is here. So I want to change to become position absolute. So avatar container. It's not avatar container, my hero container as well. Yes, correct. So my hero container is to change it to hero container position absolute. Correct. Right now, then based on what I know is they put top 50%, left 50%. And you'll see somewhere here. Then you want to translate it to center here. So how we want to do that is the way they did is like this. So you translate it to become -50, -50. Then it will translate from here to here. Yep. Right now it's centered. It looks good. Probably I would just want to top a little bit. So probably top is probably 40%. Let's see this. Yeah. Okay. Oh crap. Oh no. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Now we achieve this. What we want is we want to make it the border radius to be 50%. So the border radius will be 100, and as well as we create another additional border. Border will be solid 5px RGBA 0000. Let's see. You can't actually see the border radius, right? So what you want to do now is you want to do a border radius at here. So border radius is 100px. Oh crap, that's a border. We need to do here as well. Yep. I think it's too light. I'll make it darker a bit. So probably 0.7. Ah, it's too dark. Oh god, life is hard. It's too dark. How to make this that clear? 0.2. Okay, much better now. I need to expand it bigger, so probably make it 10 to look obvious. Yes. I like it. And 0.1. Oh my god. Wait, 0.3. Probably they're using a dark color, that's why. RGBA is a red, green, blue. So what if I want black? RGBA black color. 000. Yeah, correct. 000 red color. I mean 00 black color. Never mind. Just like this. And you can see that it's actually is it get truncated? Somewhere here is getting truncated. Yeah. So we probably need the overflow to be overlay. Is it overflow? We definitely want the overflow to be visible. Or maybe what I need to do is the hero container I need to be with close to 250. Oh no, it's still truncated. Oh, how to fix that? Oh no, how to fix that? Ugh. Actually, our weight need to be 100, right? And we need to define our avatar container. Okay, cool. So we want to put our hero container to be width is 100%. So like this, correct? Then our avatar container is width. The max width is probably 220 px. Oh, I still like that shit. Then we need to center it. So what I see is they do a text align center. Does it work? It doesn't work. Awesome. Why it doesn't work? That's defining the width. Oh god. Width is 220 x. And text align center. Oh, the center doesn't work. We need to center the image, this image. But this image is having the truncation. If you can see clearly that it's being truncated here. And it's taking the entire width, which I don't know why is that. Width. Let's try an arrow. It will be like this. So in order to fix this, what we want is we want this to be here, right? So we will need to do the positioning also. Let's see how they do it. They position it as a absolute as well. And the image wrap to be a relative image wrap. Okay. Cool. Let's follow them. So what we want to do is the hero container is here. So this will be our image wrap. So the avatar. So position relative, position absolute. Oh god. And then we want to make changes according to this one. So the width and the height and the block. Let's copy. Okay. And then the absolute position absolute top. Oh man, this is getting out of control. Wow, this is damn huge. Because what I'm not about, because I think because we didn't set the width. Yeah, the width is only correct. So now it looks good already. So now what we want is that we will want this to be I don't want a background because I'm not using a background. Then I will want this to be centered, so position centered. So left is 50%. Oh, 50. If I translate again. Okay. Then now my top it should be 50% as well. Does it make a change? Does it make changes? No, it doesn't. Because the top is still following here. So top is 50%. Yep. It should be like this instead. Awesome. Then now I will want the border to be solid 10px RGBA. Because the width, because I will need to translate the entire thing also. The way they do it is a bit different. No, I shouldn't transform. What am I doing? And then border radius is 100. And then the width, I think it should be bigger. Yep, it's coloring, but a bit light, right? Color, make it to be 3. Yep, it's working. It's working fine now. Awesome. It's working fine now. Finally. Then at here, what you want to do is you want to do the name. Then our objective will be complete for today. And probably this bouncing arrow. So to do that, okay, what we want to do is just put a name. And I said, okay, Albert Walker. Oh, I can't see. Oh, my name is here. And it's quite far, right? Why is it quite far? Oh, okay. I'll need to position it well. Name holder. Then put H1 and heading 1 and the span here. I just put class name rate text. So Walker class name rate text, and this one would be class name text. So name text and rate text. So the color will be white. And this will be color will be that red color. Oh god. Okay, and I think the font weight is playing the role as well. So the font size 45, font weight is 700. So font size is 45px and font weight is 700. I could define another class and just typing it, but I'm just lazy. Okay, cool. It looks like it. Then I just want text align it center. So avatar name. Text align center. Okay, it's centered, but it's very far away, right? We will want to remove this margin bottom, so it's get nearer, and I want to get it even nearer. So probably the positioning I can put 60%. Oh wait, no, it's actually pushing me down. No, to 50%. Yep, and then I would want to, since if this is the case, what I want to do is I can just put margin top, and I put a negative padding of 30 px to reach up to him. It's probably correct. It's probably 80 px. Oh, it's getting to look alike now. Yes, nice. Okay, so now what's left is I'm a web developer, this thing. I'm a photographer. So how do we want to do this and the typing animations? So let's see how they do it. This means they're using some sort of JavaScript. And just view the, okay. So in order to see whether what they are using, you could always view source, then see any JavaScript they are using it. So if you want to, probably can see plugin by Marketify. Oh, cool. Or the, what's in it? Anchor.animate text. So let's find animate text. Animate text. Span type. Animate span dot type. So they uses a jQuery animate text. So we could use we could Google for React animate text typing ReactJS. Let's see how this span will get typed. Yep, this one looks promising, but let's see if there's other options to choose from. Oh, this one looks good. Oh, I probably use this instead. So head to this React typist, then just install. So Control C, then you hear Control C as well. Oh crap! I accidentally exited. Oh no! Relaunch. So documents cd react cd web cd portfolio, and then install. Okay, let's installing. Yes, Norman, I will save my live video later. Then you guys can see it. I also will publish to my YouTube channel as well. So depending you want to view it on YouTube or you want to view it on my Facebook page, also no problem. Just remember to like and share. Thanks, guys. Okay, so now already done. Let's import the typeface. So go to home.js and import, and then you can just animate this text. So we can see what type of text that they want to animate. So typeface will animate any text present in this sentence. Which sentence okay. Typeface delay. Cool. Let's just try it to see whether it works or not. So copy and paste it under our, should we put under avatar name? Let's look at our one, because avatar name is this, and yes, I think we should use avatar name. So under here, let's put this. Let's try and see. Hey, there's nothing happen. Wait, is there anything happen? There's nothing happen. Oh, sorry, because I forgot to start. npm run start. Yep, you can see this animation is being typed. So what we want to do is we want to render several animations like this. So I am a web developer, I am a photographer, I am a freelancer. So to do that, I will do something like this instead. Render typist. Should we do a timeout instead? Let's see whether they do they have the queue to delay and loop. Let's count. Okay, never mind. Let's experiment our own. If I put count, all right. According to their docs, count or backspace. Backspace, how many count? Oh, I see. So if this is the case, I will need to do a shuffling. I need to do the shuffling, right? So it will keep. So that means that we will need to define a functions here, where it will keep typing it. Let's just define this one first, and just pass new text. Right. I'm not sure whether this. Okay. So after it animated, then we will need to wait for a while to animate the rest. What's the logic to implement this? So return typeist. No count, just typeist. And here we will just want to run this dot render typeist. Okay. Because they have a loop and they have a delay as well. But this don't have the loop. They don't provide loop. Example member.js. They just use the time to customize. We will need to define our. We will need to use the callback to do it. So they do have a functions where on character type on typing done. So this is when on typing done, the callback functions to do. So we need to preset a few. So let's say we do like this this dot set, and we put let's say the any typeist array, and we define it as I am a web developer. I'm a mobile app developer, and also I'm a pets lover. Then here you want to put the index as well. So index is 0. So first of all, it will call this. Then you just do the rotations. So at the typist here, what you want to do is you want to put there's a functions, right? Prop on typing done. This is the props, yeah, the props that we can inject. So on typing done, and we will need to call this function to update the next typist. So this dot not this, sorry, on typist done typing. So then I will get a state. So let's test this dot typist done typing. So you call, so I console.log and call. Whether do they give the event? Do they give us the event? Let's see on typing done. Function to be called when typing animation is completed. Okay, never mind. Let's just monitor. Okay, so on typing done, then it will call this. Then you want to uh, refresh the other. And then this would be this dot set state or this dot set state index. No, we need to do a condition first. So we also need to get the index. So let index equals to this dot state and check. So if index equals to 0, then index equals to 1. Else if index equals to 1, index equals to 2. Else if index is the last one, 2, then index equals to 0. Then this dot set state index. Okay, so then after that we get index and we get a typist array. So from here, what we want to do is we just want to animate the typist array and get from the index. So it doesn't call the next. Interesting. So how do we call the next? So on typing done, set state. After set state, what we want to do is and the callback here, I will need to force update. Let's see if it works or not. Oh, the force update doesn't work as well. because the render type is, so when it get updated, it should be updated as well. Well, let's see. So only delay. How to make it a loop? I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. Let's see. Index 0, then I change it to 1, but the thing is just ended there. It called, but it doesn't animate again. So is there a callback function to reanimate again? Let's see the issues. Is there start type is on trigger. Yes, independent loop. We can change the key of the component. Do they have a key? Oh, they do. So the key we index. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, now the typing speed is a bit fast, and I should put a delay. Works. So now typing speed a bit fast. I will need a delay. So let's put a delay. So guys, is okay. So this is basically a programming. So when we do programming, we stumble upon of challenges, a lot of challenges, and this is how we solve the problem by just diving through their documentation, try it out, try and error, and of course, we will view the issues because when we implement this, definitely other people will try to implement this as well, and definitely they encounter the issue also. So from here, then we learn something from there. I didn't know that they because probably because the component they built when they built this they need the different key to trigger the re-render. Right now because previously I didn't input a key, so the key remain the same, that's why it doesn't re-render. So now once I input a key, because my index is keep on changing, so that's why the index is different. So probably they have a prop checking the key is different, so then it causes the re-render again. So that's why they can keep on typing in a loop. Awesome. Now I want to delay it, so let's find the delay. To delay it, I just want delay. So how do I want to delay it? So by default is 70. I want average typing delay to be 100. And I want the standard is what? Standard deviation and the being keystroke of typing animations. Less means more uniform. Less variant between. Okay, start delay. Start delay, I will want to delay because the next will be quite fast in the second. So probably the start delay 100 seconds as well. I'm a developer. I am a mobile developer. Oh wait, why it go missing? If I remove this. Oh, the start delay because it don't have, then it delay the start. I think we can delay to 150 seconds. 100 or probably 200 milliseconds. It doesn't make a difference. Probably does. It does. It does look damn annoying. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe what I can do is I just do like this. Instead I put the IM in front, I put a web developer. Then I just put here, I am a, oh wait, it's the same. Oh wait. Span and span. Style, display, inline block. Oh, it doesn't happen. Okay, never mind lah. I'm quite lazy to change the thing, so just remain the same. I am a, and then the text white. Then just put typeist text. The home dot here, because their font weight is increased, and so font weight typeist text. So let's just put font size is actually probably 25, and font width is definitely 700 based on what I see lah. Yep. And I think I need to change back the to 150. The delay to 150. Oh, it looks good. 150 looks good. Awesome. Okay, the ripple effect. Oh, it's already 6 p.m. Guys, okay, so now I see that now we have 10 viewers inside. So can I get a feedback on, do you guys still want to continue, or do you guys just the session until here is good enough? Because I think I think the dinner time is soon. I guess you guys need to get prepared to go out to eat, or get prepared to eat your dinner. So can I see a feedback? Can I see a feedback in a comment saying do you guys still want to continue? If at least one guy wants to continue, then I will just continue. Anyone, any response? Okay, Norman say better do part two later. Anyone else? Hello guys. Anybody there? So there's no response. Okay, Mary say can do next time. So in the next stream, what I will do is I will do this report effect, and then we will implement this, basically this bouncing button, and then also we will do this full page. So you guys can have the entire portfolio page. Then you can build your own as well. And then also if next week or next stream we have time to do, then I will showcase on after we build already, then how do we want to deploy, and we will walk through about GCP. We'll be using GCP as our server host. So I guess that's it. So thank you guys. I'll see you in the next stream. By the way, guys, please like and follow my page if you feel satisfied with my tutorial. Of course, I will enhance my tutorial further better, because this is my first time live streaming. So if there's any inconvenient cause, I'm truly sorry about it. And yes, I'm really sorry about today's I'm late to this live stream. I really apologize. So sorry guys, and thank you for watching. See you in the next stream. Thank you very much.